Have you ever wondered what the secret is to living a long, healthy, and fulfilling life after 70? Maybe you've noticed that some people seem to age gracefully, full of energy and vitality, while others struggle with their health and energy levels. It's not just luck, it's science. Today, we're going to explore 10 scientifically proven signs that can predict how long you'll live after 70. These aren't just random guesses. They're based on research and studies that have looked at what truly makes a difference in longevity and quality of life as we age. Now, I know what you might be thinking, isn't it all just genetics? Well, while genetics do play a role, they're not the whole story. In fact, research shows that lifestyle choices and habits have a huge impact on how long and how well we live. The good news: many of these factors are within your control. That's right, small changes in your daily routine can make a big difference in your health and happiness. So, whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, this video is for you. We're going to dive into the first few signs that can give you a glimpse into your future, and more importantly, what you can do to make that future as bright and healthy as possible. Let's get started. Let's begin with something you might not think about every day: your mobility and strength. How easily can you get up from a chair? Can you walk up a flight of stairs without feeling winded? These might seem like simple tasks, but they're actually powerful indicators of your overall health and longevity. Studies have shown that maintaining strong muscles and good mobility is one of the best predictors of how long you'll live and how well you'll live. Why? Because your muscles aren't just for lifting groceries or playing with your grandkids. They're also crucial for balance, preventing falls, and even supporting your immune system. Now, I know that as we age, it's natural to lose some muscle mass and flexibility. But here's the thing: you can slow that process down and even reverse it to some extent with regular exercise. And no, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights at the gym. Simple activities like walking, stretching, or even doing light resistance exercises with bands can make a world of difference. Let me share a quick story. A friend of mine, Mary, is in her late 70s. She used to struggle with joint pain and felt like her energy was fading fast. But a few years ago, she started doing gentle yoga and taking short walks every day. Today, she's more active than ever, and she says it's changed her life. She's proof that it's never too late to start taking care of your body. So, if you've been feeling a little stiff or sluggish lately, don't worry. Start small. Take a 10-minute walk around your neighborhood. Try some seated stretches while watching TV. Every little bit helps, and over time, you'll notice a difference in how you feel and how long you live. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you: your social life. Did you know that having strong social connections is one of the most important predictors of longevity? It's true. Research has shown that people with close relationships, whether it's with family, friends, or even a community group, tend to live longer, healthier lives. Why is that? Well, for one, social connections reduce stress. When you have people you can talk to, laugh with, and lean on, it helps you cope with life's challenges. And less stress means a healthier heart, a stronger immune system, and even better brain health. But it's not just about having people around. It's about the quality of those relationships. Do you feel supported and valued? Do you have meaningful conversations and shared experiences? Those are the kinds of connections that truly make a difference. Now, I know that as we get older, it can be harder to stay connected. Maybe you've lost touch with old friends, or your family lives far away. But here's the thing: it's never too late to build new relationships or strengthen the ones you have. Join a local club or volunteer group. Call up an old friend and catch up. Even small gestures, like chatting with a neighbor or saying hello to someone at the grocery store, can make a difference. Let me give you an example. My neighbor, Tom, is in his 80s, and is one of the most social people I know. He's part of a book club, volunteers at the library, and never misses his weekly coffee date with his buddies. He says it keeps him feeling young and connected. And you know what? He's one of the healthiest, happiest people I've ever met. So, if you've been feeling a little lonely or isolated, take a step today to reach out. It doesn't have to be a big gesture. Just a small connection can make a big difference in your health and happiness. Next up, let's talk about something we all think about every day: food. What you eat plays a huge role in how long and how well you live. And no, I'm not talking about following the latest fad diet or cutting out all your favorite foods. It's about making small, sustainable changes that support your health as you age. Research shows that a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can help prevent chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and even some types of cancer. On the other hand, a diet high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats can increase your risk of these conditions. But here's the good news. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start by adding more colorful fruits and vegetables to your meals. Swap out white bread for whole grain options. And try to include a source of protein, like beans, fish, or chicken, in every meal. Let me share a tip that's worked for me. I used to struggle with eating enough vegetables, but then I started adding them to dishes I already love. For example, I'll toss some spinach into my morning eggs or add extra veggies to my pasta sauce. It's an easy way to boost your nutrition without feeling like you're depriving yourself. And don't forget about hydration. As we age, our sense of thirst can diminish, so it's important to make a conscious effort to drink enough water throughout the day. Keep a water bottle handy, or try herbal teas if you want something with a little more flavor. So, take a look at your plate today. Are you getting a variety of nutrients? Are you staying hydrated? Small changes can add up to big benefits for your health and longevity. Now that we've covered mobility, social connections, and diet, let's move on to the next sign, your mental health and outlook on life. But before we do, take a moment to think about how these first 3 signs apply to your life. Are there small changes you can make today to improve your mobility, strengthen your relationships, or nourish your body? Remember, it's never too late to start living your best life. Let's keep going. There's so much more to explore. Now, let's talk about something that's just as important as your physical health, your mental health and outlook on life. Did you know that your mindset can actually influence how long you live? It's true. Studies have shown that people who maintain a positive outlook, manage stress effectively, and stay mentally active tend to live longer, healthier lives. Let's break this down a bit. First, there's the power of positivity. Now, I'm not saying you have to be happy all the time. Life has its ups and downs, and that's completely normal. But having a generally optimistic attitude can do wonders for your health. Optimism has been linked to lower levels of stress, better heart health, and even a stronger immune system. Then there's stress management. We all face stress in life, but how we handle it makes all the difference. Chronic stress can take a toll on your body, leading to high blood pressure, weakened immunity, and even memory problems. But if you can find healthy ways to cope, whether it's through meditation, deep breathing, or simply taking time to relax, you can protect your health and improve your quality of life. Finally, let's talk about staying mentally active. Just like your muscles, your brain needs exercise to stay sharp. Activities that challenge your mind, like reading, puzzles, learning a new skill, or even having stimulating conversations, can help keep your cognitive function strong as you age. Let me share a story about my uncle, Jack. He's in his late 70s and has always been a curious, lifelong learner. A few years ago, he decided to take up painting, something he'd never tried before. Not only did he discover a new passion, but he also noticed that it helped him feel more focused and energized. He says it's one of the best things he's ever done for his mental health. So, what can you do to boost your mental health and outlook? Start by finding small ways to incorporate positivity into your day. Maybe it's keeping a gratitude journal, where you write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. Or perhaps it's spending a few minutes in the morning setting an intention for the day ahead. When it comes to stress, try to identify what triggers it and find healthy ways to cope. For some people, that might mean taking a walk in nature. For others, it could be listening to calming music or practicing mindfulness. And don't forget to keep your brain active. Pick up a new hobby, join a discussion group, or even try a brain training app. The key is to keep challenging yourself and staying engaged with the world around you. Now, let's move on to something that affects every aspect of your health: sleep. If you've ever had a night of tossing and turning, you know how much it can impact your energy, mood, and even your ability to think clearly. But did you know that poor sleep can also affect your longevity? Research shows that getting enough high-quality sleep is essential for maintaining your physical and mental health as you age. During sleep, your body repairs itself, your brain processes information, and your immune system recharges. On the other hand, chronic sleep problems, like insomnia or sleep apnea, have been linked to a higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. Now, I know that sleep can become more challenging as we get older. Maybe you find it harder to fall asleep, or you wake up frequently during the night. But there are steps you can take to improve your sleep quality. First, try to establish a consistent sleep routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock and makes it easier to fall asleep. Next, create a relaxing bedtime routine. This could include activities like reading, taking a warm bath, or practicing gentle stretches. Avoid screens, like your phone or TV, for at least an hour before bed, as the blue light can interfere with your sleep. Your sleep environment matters, too. Make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet. If noise is an issue, consider using a white noise machine or earplugs. And if you're still struggling with sleep, don't hesitate to talk to your doctor. They can help identify any underlying issues and recommend solutions. Let me share a quick tip that's helped me. I used to have trouble falling asleep because my mind would race with thoughts about the next day. Then I started writing down a quick to-do list before bed. It's a simple trick, but it helps me feel more organized and relaxed, so I can drift off more easily. So, take a look at your sleep habits. Are you getting enough restful sleep? If not, what small changes can you make to improve it? Remember, good sleep isn't just a luxury. It's a necessity for a long, healthy life. Now that we've covered mental health and sleep, let's move on to the next sign, your sense of purpose. But before we do, take a moment to reflect on how these first 5 signs apply to your life. Are there areas where you can make small, positive changes? Remember, it's never too late to take steps toward a healthier, happier future. Let's keep going. There's so much more to explore. Let's talk about something that might not seem as tangible as diet or exercise, but is just as important, your sense of purpose. Have you ever noticed how people who have a strong sense of purpose seem to radiate energy and enthusiasm? It's not just a coincidence. Research shows that having a clear sense of purpose in life is closely linked to longevity and overall well-being. But what exactly does sense of purpose mean? It's different for everyone. For some, it might be spending time with family and loved ones. For others, it could be volunteering, pursuing a hobby, or even working on a project that feels meaningful. The key is that it gives you a reason to get up in the morning, a sense that your life has meaning and value. Why is this so important? Well, for one, having a sense of purpose can reduce stress and improve mental health. When you feel like your life has meaning, you're better able to cope with challenges and setbacks. It also gives you a sense of direction, which can be especially valuable as you navigate the changes that come with aging. But it's not just about mental health. Studies have shown that people with a strong sense of purpose tend to have better physical health, too. They're more likely to engage in healthy behaviors, like exercising and eating well, and they're less likely to develop chronic diseases. So, how can you cultivate a sense of purpose? Start by thinking about what brings you joy and fulfillment. What activities make you lose track of time? What causes or issues are you passionate about? It doesn't have to be something big or grand. Even small, everyday actions can give you a sense of purpose. Let me share a story about my friend, Linda. After she retired, she felt a bit lost and unsure of what to do with her time. Then she started volunteering at a local animal shelter. Not only did she love spending time with the animals, but she also felt like she was making a difference. She says it's given her a new sense of purpose and has made her retirement years some of the most fulfilling of her life. If you're not sure where to start, try exploring new activities or reconnecting with old interests. Join a club, take a class, or volunteer for a cause you care about. You might be surprised at how much it enriches your life. Next, let's talk about something that's on many people's minds as they age: cognitive health. How sharp is your memory? Do you find it easy to learn new things? Or do you sometimes struggle to recall names or details? These are important questions because cognitive health is a key predictor of longevity and quality of life. The good news is that just like your body, your brain can stay strong and healthy with the right care. Research shows that certain lifestyle habits can help protect your cognitive function and reduce the risk of conditions like dementia. One of the most important things you can do is stay mentally active. This means challenging your brain with new and stimulating activities. It could be something as simple as doing a crossword puzzle, learning a new language, or even playing a musical instrument. The key is to keep your brain engaged and constantly learning. Physical activity is also crucial for cognitive health. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, which helps support memory and thinking skills. Even moderate activities like walking or swimming can make a difference. Diet plays a role, too. Foods rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and vitamins, like berries, nuts, and leafy greens, can help protect your brain from damage and support cognitive function. Let me share a tip that's worked for me. I've started incorporating more brain-boosting foods into my diet, like salmon, walnuts, and blueberries. I've also made it a habit to do a quick brain exercise every day, whether it's a puzzle or a memory game. It's a small investment of time, but it's made a noticeable difference in how sharp I feel. So, take a moment to think about your cognitive health. Are there small changes you can make to support your brain? Whether it's trying a new activity, adding brain-healthy foods to your diet, or simply staying curious and engaged, every little bit helps. Now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked but incredibly important: emotional resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, and how you handle those challenges can have a big impact on your health and longevity. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and keep going even when things get tough. It's not about avoiding stress or difficult emotions. It's about finding healthy ways to cope and move forward. Why does this matter? Well, research shows that people with high emotional resilience tend to have better mental and physical health. They're less likely to experience chronic stress, which can take a toll on your body over time. They're also more likely to maintain healthy habits, like exercising and eating well, even during challenging times. So, how can you build emotional resilience? One key is to develop a strong support system. Having people you can turn to for encouragement and advice can make a big difference when you're facing difficulties. Another important factor is self-care. Taking time to rest, recharge, and do things you enjoy can help you stay balanced and better equipped to handle stress. Let me share a story about my neighbor, Carol. She went through a tough time a few years ago when her husband passed away. But instead of withdrawing, she leaned on her friends and family for support. She also started practicing mindfulness and journaling, which help her process her emotions and find a sense of peace. Today, she's one of the most resilient people I know, and she's living a full, vibrant life. So, take a moment to reflect on your emotional resilience. How do you handle stress and challenges? Are there small steps you can take to build your resilience, like reaching out to a friend or practicing self-care? Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about finding healthy ways to cope and keep moving forward. Now that we've covered sense of purpose, cognitive health, and emotional resilience, let's move on to the next sign: your ability to manage chronic conditions. But before we do, take a moment to think about how these first 8 signs apply to your life. Are there areas where you can make small, positive changes? Remember, every step you take toward better health and well-being is a step toward a longer, happier life. Let's keep going. There's so much more to explore. As we age, many of us face the reality of managing chronic health conditions, whether it's high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, or something else. While these conditions can feel overwhelming, how you manage them can have a huge impact on your longevity and quality of life. The good news is that with the right approach, you can live well and even thrive while managing chronic conditions. It's all about taking an active role in your health and working closely with your healthcare team to create a plan that works for you. One of the most important things you can do is stay informed. Learn as much as you can about your condition, including what triggers symptoms and what steps you can take to manage them. Knowledge is power, and the more you understand about your health, the better equipped you'll be to make decisions that support your well-being. Another key is consistency. Taking medications as prescribed, following a healthy diet, and staying active are all crucial for managing chronic conditions. It's not always easy, but small, consistent actions can add up to big results over time. Let me share a story about my friend, Robert. He was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in his late 60s, and at first, he felt overwhelmed. But instead of letting it get him down, he decided to take control. He worked with his doctor to create a plan that included regular exercise, a balanced diet, and monitoring his blood sugar levels. Over time, he not only managed his diabetes but also improved his overall health. He says it's given him a new sense of confidence and control over his life. So, if you're managing a chronic condition, don't lose hope. Take it one step at a time, and remember that you're not alone. Your healthcare team is there to support you, and there are plenty of resources available to help you stay on track. Finally, let's talk about something that might surprise you: your attitude toward aging itself. How you think about getting older can actually influence how long and how well you live. Research shows that people who have a positive attitude about aging tend to live longer, healthier lives. They're more likely to engage in healthy behaviors, like exercising and eating well, and they're less likely to develop chronic conditions. On the other hand, those who view aging negatively are more likely to experience stress, which can take a toll on their health. So, how can you cultivate a positive attitude toward aging? Start by focusing on the positives. Aging brings wisdom, experience, and the opportunity to enjoy life in new ways. Instead of dwelling on what you can't do, celebrate what you can do, and look for ways to stay active and engaged. It's also important to challenge stereotypes about aging. Society often portrays getting older as a time of decline, but that's not the whole story. Many people find that their later years are some of the most fulfilling of their lives, filled with new adventures, relationships, and opportunities for growth. Let me share a quick story about my aunt, Margaret. She's in her 80s and has always had a zest for life. Instead of slowing down, she's taken up new hobbies, traveled to places she's always wanted to visit, and even started a blog to share her experiences. She says that embracing aging with a positive attitude has made all the difference in how she feels, both physically and emotionally. So, take a moment to reflect on your attitude toward aging. Are you focusing on the positives, or are you letting negative stereotypes hold you back? Remember, aging is a natural part of life, and it can be a time of incredible growth and joy if you let it. We've covered a lot of ground today, from mobility and social connections to diet, sleep, and even your attitude toward aging. Each of these signs is a piece of the puzzle when it comes to predicting how long and how well you'll live after 70. But here's the most important thing to remember. It's never too late to make positive changes. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, small steps can lead to big improvements in your health and happiness. So, take a moment to think about which of these signs resonate most with you. Are there areas where you can make small, meaningful changes? Maybe it's adding a short walk to your daily routine, reaching out to a friend, or trying a new hobby. Whatever it is, start today. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear what steps you're taking to live your best life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips and inspiration. Here's to living a long, healthy, and joyful life, no matter your age. You've got this.